to talk about how to service our chain. We want to clean and lube the chain every 400 to 600 miles after every time you wash your bike or after you ride it in the rain, just to keep it up and working in good condition and so it lasts longer. What I use isn't necessarily the best, but this is what I have found works for me. But to clean the chain, we're going to use a little bit of kerosene. Some people put it in a light spray bottle and lightly mist the chain. I put a light amount on my brush and then clean it that way. I use the grunge brush, which is kind of a horseshoe shaped brush. Works great to get the chain all the way around, makes things a little bit quicker. Don't worry about the degreaser that comes with it. That stuff's terrible. But you can get the grunge brush for about 15 bucks off Amazon. As for the lubrication, a DuPont Chain Saver wax-based chain lube. And to apply the lube, I use a Grease Ninja. And I'll show you how this guy works when we get to that point. So I've already taken the bike on a short ride just to warm up the chain, make it a little bit easier to clean. So let's get started. So I already got the bike up on the stand. We're going to use our grunge brush and essentially scrub our chain like so, okay? So I'm going to get a little bit of kerosene on the brush, okay? We're not saturating this. We don't want to hurt the O-rings or use more kerosene than we need to. All right, so I just got a little bit dipped on the brush, and what we're going to do is we're going to place our brush there and with our hand manually run the chain. All right, some people cheat and they start the engine and put it into first gear and they let the engine turn it, but that's really dangerous because if you get your hands stuck in here, the engine's not going to stop. It's just going to keep going. So you find the master link or whatever, or some sort of mark, and find that as your starting spot, and then you're just going to keep going, okay? Every now and then we'll stop, get a little bit more kerosene or cleaning solution, degreaser, whatever it is that you choose to use on the brush, and we're gonna clean, okay? We're gonna try and get all sides. All right, you want to try and make sure that you don't get any of this on your wheel, your tire, or whatever, because you don't want to have an accident after you finish servicing your bike and you go to ride away. Okay, and put it in here. Go the opposite direction. Make sure we get both sides. And I got a chain guard on the top of mine. I'm not gonna take that off, so I'm just going to try to get the inside of the chain links here from the same position and just apply my brush on the top. Make sure you clean all sides of your chain. Alrighty, after you got the brush, the kerosene, or whatever degreaser you're using on there, get yourself a towel. You're gonna hang onto the chain and manually run the wheel, alright? Didn't seem so important before on the manually running the wheel with the brush in there, but if you're sitting here and you're trying to run this chain with the engine and that cloth gets snagged, it's going to take your hand with it. So what we're doing is we're wiping all that old lube off the chain, all right? So there you go. All that old lube's coming off. We're going to try and get as much of that off as we can, and I'm grabbing tops and bottoms and sides of the chain. Shift your grip, and you're just going to try and get as much of that as you can. There you go. I'm going to keep doing this. You guys don't have to sit here and watch me, alright? Alright, once you get your chain clean, going through there, we want to make sure we get our teeth, alright? So, takes a little bit longer, but you're going to go in and you're going to try and wipe off all your teeth as you rotate your wheels. Again, use a little bit of that kerosene, a little bit of time with the brush, and just scrub all that off. I'll do this off camera. Alrighty, so this is the Grease Ninja. Okay, at this point we've cleaned off the sprocket, we've cleaned off the chain and everything like that. Grease Ninja is a little device that metal piece wraps around your can, and it'll funnel the lube down into the center, and there's two openings right there. And what you're going to do is you're going to place this on your chain, okay, and you're going to apply the lube as you turn the wheel. Make sure that straw is attached, and it'll work a little better. You don't want to over lube. And yeah, I got a little bit of dripping off of there, but there you go. Applies the lube and actually just drops it right down into the tracks there, okay? So you're just gonna make sure you apply some lube there. Too much isn't gonna be good because it's gonna sling off everywhere on you. But make sure you get the lube on your chain, on the rollers, and everywhere on the inside. Get this side, and I'm gonna have to come in from the other side and get the outside of my chain here because I just got a shield on, but that's essentially how the Grease Ninja works. So I just ended up having to get to my chain right here through the top, but once you get the chain all clean and lubed, make sure you don't have any oil sprayed on your tire. Wipe off any places like this is the heat shield to the exhaust right there. There was a little bit of grease that ended up splattering off on that from the chain prior to me doing the service. Make sure that you don't have any grease that you sprayed onto the brake, because that'd be a bad day. But there you go. On some of the bigger services, you probably want to remove the shield and get into where the chain goes around the sprocket here and pull out some of the grease that builds up in there. But this is my 400 or 500 mile service on this bike, so we're just worrying about the chain this time. There you have it. Like and subscribe, guys. Thanks.